New details now as a man in Irondequoit is facing serious charges following a complaint filed with the U.S. Attorney's Office. Investigators claim he pretended to be a physician in order to distribute controlled substances. Ryan Hermanette has more on the scale of this alleged operation.
Federal investigators say 27-year-old Kevin Whitman not only posed as a doctor with WROC, but allegedly prescribed more than 38,000 dosage units of controlled substances, including fentanyl and oxycodone, to people he knew. Now, I read through the federal criminal complaint, and from what it alleges, this appears to be an elaborate operation. Across the nation, medical professionals who are qualified to prescribe controlled substances are required to register with the Drug Enforcement Administration, or DEA, and are issued a unique identification number. Investigators claim that between August of 2023 and April of this year, Whitman used a DEA number registered to Strong Memorial Hospital to fraudulently prescribe controlled substances to his significant other and 8 of his associates. Federal agents began investigating Whitman following reports made to the DEA by multiple CVS pharmacies in the area. They say his significant other called one CVS store asking if they had, quote, 450 tablets, end quote. Following this, officials with the DEA identified Whitman as the person responsible for writing his partner's prescriptions. And, like you see on most medication bottles, Whitman's name and phone number was listed in the top right corner as a physician's point of contact. Investigators then searched Whitman's phone number in the National Provider Identifier, or NPI, database, and were able to uncover more allegedly falsified information. Now, a requirement for providers with an NPI is that they list the address of their practice. Well, since federal investigators say Whitman didn't have his own practice, they say he put this location down, the Webster Post Office on Barrett Drive. But this alleged scheme only runs deeper. The falsified address prompted investigators to search Whitman's home in Irondequoit, where they found what appeared to be a framed diploma from the University of Rochester Medical School. Officials with the university say Whitman did not graduate from there, adding, quote, he received no medical training here, is not a licensed physician in New York State, and has never been employed by the university. They go on to say, on behalf of URMC, that, quote, upon learning that Mr. Whitman was describing himself online as a physician at the university, we clarified that this was not true, end quote. Whitman was arrested and charged with acquiring controlled substances by fraud and dispensing a controlled substance. He made an initial appearance this morning in federal court and has since been granted conditional release. If convicted on these charges, Whitman faces a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison and $1 million fine. Reporting in Rochester, Ryan Hermanette, News 8.